For many years, Sweden has been a leader in the recovery of basic household waste, or RDF, refuse-derived fuel. This E.ON plant in Norrköping not only recovers RDF from Sweden, but also from Norway and the UK.
Our resources are finite and needs to be taken care of in the best way. And one way is to recover to energy, to get something back instead of not using it at all, as many countries do.
We're going to follow the journey of a cargo of RDF from beginning to end. Starting here, in a quiet road just outside Edinburgh in Scotland. This is Dave. Like every resident in the Falkirk area, he sorts his rubbish into colour-coded bins supplied by his local council. The green one is for basic household rubbish. Falkirk Council is one of the top performers among the 32 local authorities in Scotland for recycling and composting of household waste. The next stage of the process sees the waste delivered by the council to a local processing plant. Avondale is the biggest processing plant in Scotland. Waste intake here is about 400,000 metric tonnes a year. Falkirk Council sends about 38,000 metric tonnes of waste a year to Avondale. First, it has to be sorted and shredded. Recyclables are removed, including plastics, metals and wood. Then it's screened to remove organics. It's the leftover material, which would otherwise go to landfill, that's officially called RDF.
In terms of the segregation, this plant is one of the most sophisticated plants in Scotland and the UK. We can segregate up to 12 different products, therefore we can produce a product to suit the customer.
Probio Energy International, one of the UK's leading providers of alternative fuels, is exporting this cargo of RDF to Sweden.
The quality of our product is something we take very, very seriously. We will dip check in production plants to check that organics are being taken out, that material is actually being shredded and sorted before it ends up in the bale. We will then do dip checks on the actual baling process, so we check the quality of the bale, whether that be the actual pressure on the baler, the number of plastic ties being used to tie the bale. We then go one step further where we'll also check the plastic that's being used, whether that be the number of layers of wrap, the type of plastic being used, and also the durability of that plastic.
From Avondale, the bales are taken to the local port for loading onto a cargo vessel in preparation for the voyage to Sweden. Britain exported over 3 million tonnes of RDF in 2016 to destinations all over Europe. Probio is one of E.ON Sweden's trusted suppliers of RDF. Trust that the shipment meets E.ON specifications in terms of both quality and safety.
The export of RDF is quite heavily regulated within the UK and is all governed by the Environment Agency. This is all done through a transfrontier of shipment notification. We basically have a full chain of command and take full custody of the waste from when it's in Probio's possession, and we are fully responsible and accountable for that waste until the full recovery process has taken place.
It takes the vessel several days to cross from Grangemouth port on Scotland's east coast to the port of Norrköping, about 2 hours from Stockholm.
Exporting here into Norrköping, which is the port for E.ON, it's very important that the bales are intact when they arrive, that there's no waste flying around the port, and that the smell is kept to a minimum. And the way to keep that smell to a minimum is ensuring that organics are screened out and that the bales are fully intact with no holes upon arrival and also at the unloading of the actual vessel.
And so we're back here at E.ON, the last step in the process of converting RDF into energy. The RDF that E.ON recovers here generates a total of 360 gigawatt hours of energy. But it's not quite where the story ends. The beneficiaries of this energy are local homeowners and car owners. The energy heats and powers local homes and businesses, including a bioethanol plant next to the E.ON plant, which produces 230,000 cubic meters of bioethanol, enough to keep cars on the road for 2.3 million kilometres. From Scotland to Sweden, we follow the journey of one consignment of waste, waste reborn as energy.